What's up, everyone? It's Face YGO with another deck roll video. What did you do and what did you play?
My name is Jason Karch, and I top aided the Missouri Regional.
Oh, nice. What place did you get?
I got 7th.
Nice. And what did you play?
I played Rescue Ace.
Oh my god, broken. Show me your list. Let's see what you got.
Broken. All right. Starting off with the Rescue Ace engine, I am on 2 Hydrants, 1 Airlifter, 3 Impulse. This card was insane all day.
Yeah.
Everyone and their mother walked into this. This is beautiful going first, or going second into boards. This is wonderful as a hand trap.
Amazing at some rinses piles even. Like, wow.
Even in some rinses piles. Cough. I'm on 2 Preventers. And then for the Rescue Ace 1-ofs, I'm on 1 Turbulence, 1 Fire Attacker. This is probably getting cut afterwards. I found myself siding him out every time, but I just kind of wanted it as more of a draw engine.
Yeah.
As I currently am in a lack of birds.
Yeah.
And 1 Fire Engine.
And that's the Book of Moon, right? Or Preventor's the Book of Moon.
Preventer is the Book of Moon, and then Fire Engine is when your opponent special summons, you summon a 4 or lower Rescue Ace.
Okay.
So you can Impulse into him when they activate Requiem effect.
Yeah.
So they'll summon the Engraver, and then you can immediately just grab your Airlifter to get started for your own turn.
Oh, that's broken.
For the spell traps,
yep.
For the Rescue Ace spell traps at the very least, I am on 1 Alert, 1 Rescue, 1 HQ, 2 Emergencies. I did not want to max out on these because this is probably the worst starter. Yeah. Because this doesn't really do anything on its own. So long as you draw another Rescue Ace, the card is absolutely fine. It's just it was a starter that just didn't really do anything on its own. So I didn't exactly want to max out on it. So instead, I opted for the 1 Reinforcement of the Army because Airlifter is at 1 for a reason. Yeah. And then Rescue Ace traps go burr. Yep. For the Sinful Spoils engine, I am on 1 Witch. I didn't necessarily want to overdraw witches in this particular engine since I didn't have, since I didn't play Deceptions here.
So no Azaminas?
Yeah, there's no Azaminas in here. I am very much planning on throwing the Azamina cards in here with Impulses because that card is crazy. Yeah, Impulse is insane. And I got them for the regional and played them for a case tournament and also topped that. Yeah, very nice, very nice. You're cooking. But for this, I only wanted to play 1 Witch because it is still the starter that goes the most neg for this. Yeah. So I wasn't the biggest fan of playing multiples, and I found myself siding it out the second Witch multiple times. Mm-hmm. The 1 of Poplar, he's at 1 anyway, Lamau. Yeah. Along with 3 Bonfires, the amount of times I see these together is astronomical. Along with these 2 together is astronomical. Funny. Along with the 3 Wanted.
Imagine just opening a hand, it's all of them.
That happens more often than I would like to admit.
Yeah, I feel you, buddy.
And then I played Fiend Smith cards today. I am on 2 Engraver, a Lacrima, a Lurie, and a Tract.
Broken.
So going first, I am pretty much always blinding Desiree still. And for sure, games 2 and 3, you're going for Desiree every single time. If you know the matchups specifically, you can go for Wave High King Caesar. And a lot of the times, siding out, specifically when you're going second, you don't want to really see any of these. So my Fiend Smith engine would go down to this a lot of the times, and you still do everything you want off of this. And I kept Lacrima in because it's still a decent normal summon.
Yeah, that's fair. Because you have Clothesman in your extra deck, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense, yeah. Alright, cool.
And then non-engine. 3 Ash. Ash is Ash.
Yep.
3 Ogre. This card was insane. The amount of deceptions I have popped is astronomical.
Insane.
2 Imperm. I didn't necessarily think it was the greatest, but it was still a really solid hand trap.
Imperm is a card that exists in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Imperm is a card that exists. I didn't per se want to max out on it because it felt the least impactful for the format, or at least of these.
Yeah.
Book of Eclipse. This card is crazy. The amount of Tempi players, I just stopped doing this. There are times when I'm going to, where they will hold their Imperms, their Veilers for the Turbulence. And there are times that I'll just book my own Turbulence to force it through and bait out hand traps. And then going second, you can just fire them into boards. They will either trade with Omnis or blank their entire board.
Yeah.
2 talents, 1 call by, and I am on a singular bird because this is all I own.
Alright. What's your extra deck looking like?
Alright, for the extra deck. For Fiend Smith cards, we are on the sequence, a Requiem, a Moon, along with the Necroquip, and Desiree. Again, especially post-side, when everyone is putting in Feather Dusters evenly matched, you go Desiree every single time, so you put them on, you have to have evenly plus droplets.
Yeah.
Dark Ruler plus evenly.
Yeah.
Which isn't the hardest ask on the planet, but it puts them on, you have to open multiple board wipes now.
Yeah.
I am on a Hida and a Dark. The amount of witches I have taken out of the opponent's graveyard to get my play started is also came up oh so often today. And also stealing their Azamina Omni Negates, because who wants to play Azamina cards myself? I am on an SP Little Knight along with the IP, Anima. We got a Princess, we got an Access Code, we got a Sunlight Wolf, and then for the sideboard, Elder Entity Entis and Meteorologic Aggregator.
God, that's really cool.
God, I wonder what these could be for.
And then just side deck real quick.
For the board, I am on 3 Squids.
Squeeb.
The Squids are Squids. 3 Bestials. These are more so for the more rogue matchups. Your Labyrinths, your Brandeds. And you do kind of catch Snake Eye players and more of like the Azamina players with their pants down.
Yeah.
When they link off the Murcielago and try to add back with the Hallowed.
Yeah.
If you just Bestial that, they're not going to get the Hallowed, therefore they don't get their Omni Negate, and at worst they just trade with an IP.
Yeah.
I am on 3 Thrusts, along with some cringe cards to go along with it.
Those are cringe.
They are indeed cringe. I would max out for these because there's a whole lot of hand traps running about in the format, including chummies, where if I see like Snake Eye or U-Bell chummying me or just throwing hand traps on me, they're going to get the different dimension ground. If it's Tempi, they're getting barrier. If it's branded, they're getting barriered, voiceless, etc., etc.
Yeah. Last couple cards.
And then to pair along with the Thrust, I also have a Duster for back row matchups because this deck struggles with back row. And oops, this is by far the most efficient trade that I could get as far as what cards can trade for what. Because all the Azamina players, all of the Yubel players are going to have a fusion on the field, and at the very least an XYZ. So this dumping Entis as cost, this felt more efficient than just trying to Dark Ruler, because Desiree will trade with it every single time, and it doesn't even matter if the Desiree trades with it. This will always be a 1-for-2 or a 2-for-1 in pretty much every single matchup, and that felt a little bit better than Dark Ruler. Just trying to trade with everything.
That's pretty cool. That was the last card.
I'm trying to draw just that little bit more cardboards because we're coping on.
Is that a bird?
We're coping on. We don't have the birds quite yet.
That looks like a bird to me.
That's a bird.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Jason. Congratulations on your top 8 finish, and hopefully we'll see you again.
Thank you. And I would like to give a shout out to my buddy Chad for driving the 5 hours back and forth, all the way back and forth from Missouri.
Chad is goated. All right.
He sure is.
All right. Subscribe.